Welcome friends. Let us have a discussion over the halides of the 6th group elements. The chemical combination of element with the halogen are known as the halides. Hence the general formula can be written as M followed by X. This is A times and this is B times. In that way, the general chemical formula is present. It is just the chemical combination of the 6th group element followed by the halogen atom. Whereas the different varieties of possible all halides are written in the form of a table for our easiness of understanding. Here, this table is consisting elements from top to bottom followed by halides like fluorides, chlorides, bromides and iodides from left to right. Whereas here oxygen related fluorides, oxygen related chlorides, bromides and iodides are there. Here this is oxygen difluoride, this is dioxygen difluoride, this is dichlorine monoxide, this is chlorine dioxide, this is chlorine hexoxide, chlorine heptoxide, and similarly iodine related iodides, that is iodine pentoxide, iodine tetroxide. Similarly diiodine oxide, iodine dioxide, I4O9, which is present in the form of I3 plus of IO3 thrice of minus. Similarly here disulfur difluoride, sulfur tetrafluoride, sulfur hexafluoride, disulfur dichloride, sulfur dichloride, and similarly here selenium tetrafluoride, selenium hexafluoride, diselenium dichloride, selenium tetrachloride, similarly selenium dichloride and tellurium hexafluoride, tellurium tetrachloride, tellurium tetrabromide, tellurium tetraiodide. Like this, some of the important halides which are the chemical combination of the 6th group element followed by the halogens are present in the form of a table. Let us go for the general discussion of these halides, and before going to the general discussion, I am finding out some of the important halides which are eligible for the further discussion. The important monohalides are dioxygen difluoride, disulfur difluoride, and disulfur dichloride, diselenium dichloride. And the important dihalides are oxygen difluoride, sulfur dichloride, sulfur dichloride, selenium dichloride, tellurium dichloride, tellurium dibromide, tellurium diiodide are important. And tetrahalides are fluorides generally, that is sulfur tetrafluoride, selenium tetrafluoride and the tellurium tetrafluoride. And hexahalides are sulfur hexafluoride, selenium hexafluoride as well as the tellurium hexafluoride are important for the discussion. General discussion of the halides. The chemical combination of oxygen and the fluorine, oxygen and the halogen. Let us have a look. Here I am taking the chemical combination of oxygen and the halogen. But before going to the chemical combination, if we go for the electronegativity, fluorine is more electronegative. Then after oxygen will be the second position in the periodic table. Then after chlorine, bromine, iodine will be present. Whereas chemical combination of oxygen with the halogens is the criteria for me for the discussion. Whereas oxygen if combines with the fluorine, here more electronegative is fluorine, it is present in the form of anion. Hence that is O suffix of A followed by F suffix of B, whereas F is present in the form of F minus and that will becomes as fluoride. These are all are said to be what fluorides. Whereas if the chemical combination of oxygen followed by other atoms present, other atom is maybe it is chlorine, bromine, iodine, any other, compare it to oxygen that is less electronegative and it is present in the form of its cation, and oxygen is present in the form of anion, hence these all are said to be oxides, the name given as oxides. And oxygen is not having any d orbital, oxygen is having two unpaired electrons in its atomic state. There is no excitations because 2d orbital is absent. In second orbit there is no d orbital. Hence here the maximum number of sigma bonds that are formed by oxygen are 2. So oxygen maximum forms dihalides. Oxygen does not form any kind of tetrahalide and does not form any kind of pentahalide, though it is most effective, more electronegative, having capacity. But thing is, it is not having d orbital. Due to this reason, it doesn't form maximum, it does form maximum 2 bonds, it does not form any of 4 and the 6 bonds. Whereas if we go for the remaining other 60A group elements, they are having d orbitals. 3d orbit is consisting d orbital, 4d, fourth orbit is consisting d orbital. So therefore here, except oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium and all the things, they can involve in excitation, thereby electron can be promoted from lower energy level to higher energy level. Whereas if one lone pair is promoted, extra 2 electrons will be counted, so it is having 4 unpaired electrons, can form 4 valencies, can form 4 sigma bonds, can connected with the 4 monovalent atoms. Similarly, if second lone pair is promoted, now it is 6 unpaired electrons, 6 sigma bonds it can form, it can combine with the 6 monovalent atoms. Thus, the formation of tetrahalides, formation of hexahalides is eligible from sulfur. Sulfur, selenium, tellurium can form tetrahalides as well as hexahalides, but oxygen forms only dihalides. This is the general discussion over the 60A group element halides. Whereas out of the different varieties of halides of the same element, fluoride is there, chloride is there, bromide is there and the iodide is there. Stability, if you look at, stability of fluoride is higher compared to the chlorides, compared to the bromides, compared to the iodides. This is because fluorine is smaller atom, corresponding bond length will be smaller, bond energy will be maximum. So due to this reason, what happens is any element relevant, irrespective of any of the element of 60A group, the corresponding fluorides, chlorides, bromides, iodides of same atomicity if taken into account, then what happens is fluorides are more stable than chlorides, than bromides, than the iodides. Thus, if I write the stability or if I write inverse for a halide of the 60A group element with the same atomicity of the halogen, stability is fluorides is more stable than chlorides, than bromides and then iodides. Suppose if I go for the fluoride, sulfur difluoride, sulfur tetrafluoride, sulfur hexafluoride, all are sulfur related halogens. Whereas if I take sulfur difluoride, sulfur dichloride also you take, and sulfur dibromide you take. Otherwise here you can take sulfur related any of the halide like sulfur tetrafluoride, sulfur tetrachloride, sulfur tetrabromide. Then in this case what happens is stability will be highest for the fluoride, then next stability will be present for the chlorides and next is present for the bromides and the iodides. Monohalides, these are all are dimeric in nature. The important monohalides are dioxygen difluoride, sulfur difluoride, sulfur dichloride, selenium dichloride. These are the possible varieties of the monohalides. Whereas here selenium dichloride is present, sulfur dichloride is present. These are all are some important varieties of the monohalides. Whereas these monohalides are on heating undergoes disproportionation reaction. Suppose sulfur dichloride is converted to sulfur tetrachloride followed by sulfur 0. Similarly, selenium dichloride is also on heating undergoes disproportionation reaction to give selenium tetrachloride followed by selenium 0. And these dichlorides also undergoes hydrolysis on reaction with water. The sulfur dichloride on reaction with water undergoes hydrolysis, and that reaction is also a redox reaction, and that too what? That is a disproportionation reaction. These monohalides on reaction with water undergoes hydrolysis. That hydrolysis reaction is a redox reaction, and that too in that disproportionation reaction occurs. That is sulfur with -1 oxidation state, +1 oxidation state is converted to 0 oxidation state here, that is reduction, and +4 oxidation state here, it is oxidation, hence it is a redox of what? Disproportionation type. Let us go for the structure disulfur dichloride. This is the structure of disulfur dichloride. Oxidation state is -1, oxidation state is -1, and here the oxidation states of sulfur are +1. This +1 is converted to 0 and +1 is converted to +4, hence it is a redox and as well as it is a disproportionation reaction. And another one important point is, in these monohalides what happens is, the 6th A group elements connectivity is present and that is connected to the halogen atom. Thus, in oxygen difluoride, 2 oxygens are connected. In sulfur difluoride or dichloride, 2 sulfur atoms are connected. Even in selenium dichloride also, 2 selenium atoms are connected. But if you look at the bond strength is decreasing. Sulfur is maintaining higher bond strength. Then after oxygen, then after here selenium and the tellurium is having very weak bond energy. Tellurium bond energy is very small. That's what happens is, tellurium is not existing. It is not existing in nature, as being tellurium connectivity is not existing. Ditellurium dichloride, ditellurium dibromide, ditellurium difluoride, expectation becomes very difficult. Hence, here monohalides of sulfur are there, monohalides of oxygen are there, monohalides of selenium are there, but monohalides of tellurium is not there, because tellurium bond energy is very small. That's what we can't find any kind of ditellurium dihalides of either fluoride, chloride, bromide. Expectation is not possible because that bond strength of tellurium is very less. Here the dihalides, the oxygen difluoride, sulfur dichloride, selenium dichloride, tellurium dichloride, tellurium dibromide and tellurium dihalide are important. Whereas in these particular halides, the shape is similar to that of water molecule. However, water is there in the same way, hybridization is present, geometry is present, and also structure is similar to that of the water molecule. If you go for any of this particular dihalides, hybridization is sp3, they are maintaining angular in shape, that is near or similar to that of water molecule. Out of these of all varieties of dihalides, sulfur dichloride is important. This sulfur dichloride is dark red liquid which is having foul smell. Tetrahalides, important tetrahalides eligible for discussion are sulfur tetrafluoride, selenium tetrafluoride and the tellurium tetrafluoride. The tetrafluorides are more stable than the other tetrahalides like chlorides and the bromides, if any are present. The thermodynamical stability of the tetrafluorides is higher than that of the other halides. Whereas sulfur tetrafluoride is a gas, selenium tetrafluoride is liquid, whereas tellurium tetrafluoride is solid in physical state. This particular tetrahalides are having one lone pair of electron in them and also having vacant d orbitals at the central atom. Due to these reasons, they are readily act as Lewis acids as well as Lewis bases. Due to having of vacant orbital, they are acting as Lewis acids. Due to having of lone pair of electrons on the central atom, they are acting as Lewis bases. See here, sulfur tetrafluoride on reaction with boron trifluoride. Here it is acting as Lewis acid, it is acting as donor, hence it is acting as Lewis base. By donating its lone pair towards the boron trifluoride, a coordinate covalent bond is established over here. Thus, in this case, here it is Lewis base and this one is Lewis acid. Similarly, if any ligand is there, lone pair electron donation ability containing any of the species is there, with that species it can combine and it can expand its connectivities from 4 to 6, thus it can form SF6 2- also. In this case, it is acting as Lewis acid, it is acting as base. That is, it is acting as ligand here. Now SF6 2- is formed. If we go for the structure of the SF4, otherwise AX4 type of the tetrahalides of the 6th A group elements, here the hybridization, if I count 6 plus here 4, 6 plus 4 by 2, that will becomes equal to 5. 5 implies what? That is sp3 dehybridization. Whereas out of this 5, it can form 4 bonds. And another one is lone pair of electron, hence it is having seesaw, geometries of seesaw. So therefore here it is present in such a way that here is one fluorine, here is one fluorine, here is one fluorine, and here one lone pair of electrons are there, and in the mid the central atom is there. Central atom is suppose sulfur, Sl4, like this. Here it is connected, here it is connected. Thus it is having a shape of seesaw geometry. Seesaw shape is present for the tetrahalides. Hexahalides, that is chemical combination of 6th group element with the 6 halogen atoms, is said to be the hexahalides. The important hexahalides are sulfur hexafluoride, selenium hexafluoride, tellurium hexafluoride. Fluoride is most electronegative and it combines with all the elements of the possible 6th group elements and it forms the hexahalides. Thus hexafluorides are present, but you can't expect the hexahalides of the other halogen atoms with the 6th group elements, because the bond energy decreases. As bond energy decreases, chemical combination strength decreases, hence the ability, otherwise the appearance of that material decreases. Now out of these of all varieties of hexahalides, if you consider, hexafluorides are more stable compared to remaining all. And one of the important hexahalide is sulfur hexafluoride here. That is a colorless gas and it is not undergoing any kind of hydrolysis because it is most stable at the regular structure, and it is used in high voltage electrical gadgets in order to maintain the inert atmosphere. This particular SF6 is used, whereas SF6, SCF6, these does not undergo hydrolysis because the bond energy is higher, but whereas this tellurium hexafluoride undergoes hydrolysis. Orthotelluric acid formation occurs over here, and as a byproduct hydrogen fluoride formation occurs over here. Except this fluoride, remaining fluorides like SF6 and the selenium hexafluoride does not undergo any kind of hydrolysis. The shape of the hexahalides, n value 6 plus 6 by 2, that will becomes equal to, once again 6 implies what? That is sp3d2 hybridization, whereas 6 hybridized orbitals are there having 1 electron in each, readily combines with the 6 orbitals of the fluorine, hence it is Ab6, regular octahedron geometry is present. Thus sulfur connected with fluorines like this, these 4 are present in one plane. Above the plane one fluorine atom and below the plane another fluorine atom is present.